Console Drone's Gamer Talk Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You found me.
So how come Brock's blue and you're not?
Boy.
Hello listeners, gamers, geeks, grown-ups, and internet. Welcome back to Console Drone's Gamer Talk Podcast, streaming video gaming brilliance right out of northern Arizona, somewhere-ish in Washington, from the inside of Google Stadia's cafeteria. This is season number 2, episode 131. You're listening to a weekly podcast where we talk about everything and anything but mainly video games. I'm your host, Chris, and today the full crew is here. For the majority of our podcast, we record a video version of our show, unless technical difficulties get in our way like this week. If you would like to see us in stunning 1080p, check out our YouTube channel for the video version of each week's podcast. One last note, stay tuned to our show because within a few weeks from now, we will be holding another contest for the biggest prize ever given away on this show. We are giving away a $100 gift card. So, stay tuned for more contest details and rules headed your way. Let's start the show.
It's time for What You Drinking and What Have You Been Playing?
All right, let's start off this week with John. John, what are you drinking? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
This week I am drinking Dr. Pepper because I ran out of scotch and I didn't really want a beer. And I have only played Insurgency Sandstorm on my PC because my Xbox is still in the living room and I've been really tired, so I just haven't moved it. That's it.
Right on. Moving on over to Miguel. Miguel, what are you drinking? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
I actually went searching today because I had a little bit of time, and I found my favorite. So I bought 3 6-packs of Shock Top Lemon Shandy.
Aww.
And I'll probably go back this weekend and start stockpiling.
Where'd you find it?
Majestic Marketplace.
Ooh.
Nice.
I mean, it was like $8 a 6-pack, but actually it was like $9 because it came out to $28 for 3 6-packs. But I can't fucking find it anywhere, so sacrifices.
Summertime's coming, so.
Well, I mean, I've gone to Safeway and other stores during the summer, past couple of years.
Have you gone to Fry's?
I haven't gone to Fry's.
Fry's, honestly, they got a great beer selection. Especially local, but they have a great beer selection. Safeway's beer selection is, like, stupid.
Well, because they used to sell it at Safeway, like, 3 or 4 years ago, and then they haven't for a while, so I've only been able to find it at gas stations or, like, Majestic, but I haven't gone to Fry's. I'll go check Fry's.
Check Fry's.
Yeah. And what I've been playing, I've been enjoying the hell when I haven't been playing that often because it's baseball season. So, and I've been trying to go to the gym more often. I've been playing Dying Light, and I really enjoy drop kicking zombies in the face. It is
awesome.
So satisfying, and it's like one of the first perks that you unlock or you can unlock. So. I'm curious of what's to come. I know this game's been out a while. Like I said last week, I've always wanted to play it, and I just finally purchased it, and I'm enjoying it. I know John just picked it up, so as long as you don't get motion sickness or anything like that, I think fine.
Yeah, no, I don't. We'll see how it goes.
We're in the team.
Nice. All right, moving on over to Joe. Joe, what are you drinking? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
I've got gamer's disease, so I'm kind of like hoarse in the throat a little bit. I'm drinking Lafroig 18 scotch because every time I get this gamer's disease thing, I drink scotch and it goes away. So, cheers. I'm drinking scotch. As far as what I've been playing, so we had a big VR party last weekend with my son's friends, our neighbors, And so I played Astrobot, I played Beat Saber, I played Everybody's Golf VR. Make fun of it. It's awesome. I love Beat Saber. I'd be beating the saber all night long. No, I was joking. I've been playing Old Republic, trying to get through. No. I've been playing Old Republic on the PC. Also with the VR, I play Tumble. It's like a block puzzle game. Chris, you should have it. If you're able to download it. It's fun. I like it. Yeah, Astrobot. Did I say Astrobot? Astrobot,
Yes, sir.
Everybody's Golf, Beat Saber, Tumble VR, Old Republic. I have not played any more of Truth and Blood, but I will.
Blood and Truth.
Tomato. Okay.
How many glasses of scotch have you had?
This is probably number 2. So.
Oh, okay.
Just feeling it.
And I have like Advil, cold and sinus. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
feeling good.
I bet you are.
Yeah, that's probably it. I'll try and play some more Blood and Truth or Truth and Blood or whatever the fuck Chris wants to call it. The best VR game ever.
It's fucking awesome.
I'll try and play it more probably tonight, tomorrow. We'll see. Chris, what about you?
Let's see. I am drinking more of my Goose Island IPA. Fucking made with real geese. It's delicious. And let's see. This week I've been playing a lot of that Blood and Truth. I've never really experienced something this cool. I mean, it's got everything from jump scares to fucking high quality action. And I mean, when you put yourself into a shooting game like this and you don't take cover and you physically have to take cover. So like if you're shooting behind a desk, you literally have to crouch down here, load your clip and stay down. If you peek your head out, you're going to die. So, I mean, they actually have some difficulty. Any type of object that you have to take cover, which is really cool. I mean, being able to switch from your SMG from your back to your hips and everything and having doubles, it's pretty badass. But there's a lot of, I don't want to spoil anything for this game for the people who are playing this. It's a fucking badass game. I'm enjoying the shit out of this. I'm literally like an hour away from beating this game. So I'll probably beat it tonight. Let's see. Other than that, on my PlayStation VR, I played some Firewall Zero Hour because they have the new Nightfall update. They keep updating this. It's pretty fun. And then switching over to the Switch. On my Switch, I've been playing some more Modern Combat and American Fugitive. I'm loving these indie games. They're fucking badass. So I've been enjoying my Switch. I've been doing a lot of things on the go. So this definitely helps my gaming disease develop. So it's been pretty nice. Moving on over to my Xbox, I only played a little tiny bit of Division 2, and that's pretty much it. Played like one mission with a bunch of randos. Yes.
What's Division 2?
I have no idea.
With this game.
You guys already forgot what the game was?
Oh.
No, I miss it. I want to play it again. I just haven't moved my Xbox.
Ah, I see.
And he has no friends.
I got my news on that too.
Cool.
And I have no friends.
Apparently John has no friends.
None.
I'm your friend. Don't worry, buddy.
You're a Cardinals fan.
Yeah, I know. It's not the greatest of friends when it comes to football,
Yeah.
but you know.
Well, you know, we can be friends even if you make bad life decisions.
You won't be my friend this year. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. All right,
As
so
long as it's a good game, man, doesn't really matter. We're gonna have fun either way.
absolutely. Also, they're going to be moving on over to. I'll talk about that in Rando. We'll move on over to the news. Joe, you ready, buddy?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Nah.
Deuce's Weekly News, keeping us informed and up to date in the gaming industry.
All right, I'm just gonna read
In
headlines.
today's news, I found my beer.
gaming
So-
news.
Sorry, I had to.
Gaming news. Gaming news. Okay, I'm just gonna read headlines, and chime in or raise hand or whatever, chirp or whatever if you wanna read it. Yeah. Rainbow Six Siege is free to play this weekend on PC, PS4, and Xbox One with gold. Yeah. Okay, Miguel.
Yes.
Joe, Chris,
What?
are you guys interested in some PC free Rainbow Six Siege this weekend?
Like I said, I am afraid to play.
You're gonna do it, Joe. Suck it
on
up.
the PC. If it's free, I'll play it. You know, why not? So Ubisoft has this, they're also having a sale, Ubi. So, Xbox Live Gold members and PS4 players can take 70% off, and it's 50% off on PC. So I might be playing it on the console.
We can totally be those guys that play for the free weekend. I've never been that guy before.
I was a couple times. Anyway, next article.
Wait.
What?
To go along with that Ubisoft sale, Joe, there was this statue that was on sale. I want to get your thoughts in the podcast about that statue that was on sale.
Okay, so it was half off. It's still $350, and it's the like Alexios edition. And I'm like, no, I like the one I got up there, the one that's like flying.
Yeah.
But gotta catch them all, Joe.
No, I need to get what's her face, the sister,
Cassandra.
I tried to get Cassandra, and they sold out like in a day, and I'm like, fuck. So anyway, now I gotta surf eBay and try and not get raped. So yes, I like the statue, but I like the one I have because the one I have actually I can connect the what is it? Not the Spartan, but the other. Help me, John. In Odyssey, the other group, not the Spartans, but the
Acadians.
Athenians.
Athenians? Yes, there's an Athenian soldier that goes with that, but it's too big to fit on my shelf, so I didn't get it. Anyway, moving on. Ugh. Next article. Division 2, new minigun toting gunner specialization is coming. Minigunner. Woo! Yeah, I'm not going into it. Minigunner. Okay? That's the big gun. Okay.
What?
Yeah, that was a very accurate depiction of a minigun. Kudos, Joe. Yeah, that sounded just like a minigun.
A raspberry.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. All right.
I guess that one of the same.
Chris, don't get your panties in a ruffle, but Luigi's Mansion 3, Link's Awakening, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 will be playable at E3 2019.
Cool. Sweet. Fuck yeah.
All right, moving on. Red Dead Online, guess what? Another
Sucks.
mode. Nope, they added a new public enemy mode, and they have Railroad Baron free roam event. Basically, you take over railroad cars. So, go ahead, Miguel.
Speaking of railroads, can I tie people to railroads yet?
Dang it.
I still haven't
I knew
tried
that's
it.
what you were going to ask.
I still have not tried it yet. So,
Fix it!
yeah.
I might go back to Red Dead if they fucking fix that.
I might need to go back to Red Dead just to try and keep somebody
Yeah.
there.
Instead of them wriggling out of the ties.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Starfield is coming out before Elder Scrolls 6 because this is the time for a sci-fi title. Okay? So Todd Howard is going on about the next Bethesda project. So you're guaranteed to probably see Starfield stuff at E3. I'm not going to go any further. Because the next article, The Elder Scrolls 6 is designed to be played for a decade or more. Yeah. This will be the one that I play. Anyway.
You said that about Fallout 76.
And murdered soul suspects.
You loved that
Fuck
game,
you,
didn't you?
All right, Miguel.
You got your flip-flops?
Wait. There was also, what was that game about the spaceships in the biggest world ever?
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, that one.
That's a great game now. I just
they're
don't play
actually
it.
saying that No Man's Sky is actually like one of the greatest games now. But anyway, moving on. Next article. Call of Duty Modern Warfare will support ray tracing on PC. So if you have the power to do it, it will support ray tracing. I ain't got the money for that shit. Next article about Call of Duty. Like I said last week, Call of Duty Modern Warfare cross-play will be matched mouse and keyboard players. So, they are going to do matchmaking, but it's going to be for inputs only. So, Chris, if you're playing on the Xbox and you're using a controller, and everybody else is using keyboard and mouse, you will not play with us. That's how it's going to go.
Not even if we party up?
Not even if you party up. So they are going to do matchmaking based on the control input.
You know, the funny thing is, even for Xbox or PlayStation users that are going to use mouse and keyboard, they're still going to be at a disadvantage unless they have an actual monitor. Because of
input lag?
Yeah, screen lag.
Input lag, maybe? Well,
minor, but still there.
Yeah, whatever. We'll just spray and pray. Modern Warfare will also not have zombies. So,
well,
they said that they're going to have a single player. Excuse me, gaming disease. They're going to have a single player, and then they're going to have a co-op campaign, and the co-op campaign is actually going to take place after the single player mode. So you play through the single player mode, and then after that, you can go in and play co-op. And it'll continue the story. Yes, Miguel?
John, I'm going to get down on one knee, hypothetically.
Whoa.
Will you be my co-op partner?
Yes.
You have to finish the story first, from what Joe says.
And there's horses in this one too, John.
Nope, I'm out.
Sweet. Bye, Felicia, you needy bitch.
All right. Yeah, like I said, the co-op mode is story-based, and it takes place after the events of the main campaign, and it won't be zombies.
Yay.
Next up, what, Miguel?
Sorry. Infinity Ward has never had zombies. So
that's fine. That's great. I fucking hate zombies, but it was fun in Black Ops. But anyway, Sony news. I guess PS4 to improve voice chat with bigger parties and better audio quality. Yay. Okay. So they're talking like 16 to 20 people parties that you can do. Who the fuck wants to talk with 16 to 20 people?
That's a lot of commotion.
Could you imagine playing like fucking Fortnite with 16 to 20 little bitch ass kids? No.
Like Joe.
I only played it when it was the Avengers shit. Leave me alone, damn it. And it was on the Switch. Switch ain't gonna do that shit. More Sony news. Updated Sony patent explains how PS5 backwards compatibility is going to work. Yeah.
Emulator?
Well, so basically what it's going to do... Yeah, Cliff Notes. It's, so you'll put the PS4 game in, and the PS5. Okay, it'll run the game on the hardware. Okay, it was designed for. Then Sony will then run the same game on the new hardware until they both converge. I don't know.
Oh, so like okay. Sure.
So you'll have like your hardware version, and then they'll have like another version running at the same time, and when they match, that's when they'll play. Whatever.
Sounds stupid. Why don't they just emulate it like Xbox did?
If they really wanted to sell a lot of PlayStation 5s, they could say all PlayStation games are backwards compatible. Even the PS1 games. I would get a PS5, I would go to Bookman's, and I would buy like all...
Twisted Metal!
Fucking Twisted Metal, Vigilante 8, fucking Legacy of Kain, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom, fucking all of them.
Tenchu, Siphon Filter.
Oh my god, shut up, Chris, smack yourself. Of course. Next article.
No Man's Sky.
It didn't exist then. Check it. Alright. Fable 4 rumors describe completely open sequel in which Albion is gone. Clip notes, basically they say that it's eons later after Fable 3, and asteroid has come and destroyed the Earth because it was kind of like in the industrial age. Meteor, asteroid, whatever you want to call it. Probably meteor, because it comes in the atmosphere. Anyway, it reduces everything to dust, and you go back to like a medieval type thing. What, Miguel?
Nothing on you, Joe, but I just had to cool story bro that article quick. Cool story, bro.
Fable 4 is cool.
Never played
it
it.
is. Fable's
Don't
the
shit
shit
on Fable. Don't shit on Fable. Fable is like the only game, kudos to Lionhead Studios and Peter Molyneux, because he was a genius until he left. But anyway, Fable's the only game where your decisions actually showed in the game. Like, whatever you chose, whatever morality choice you had, it showed in the game. Like, if you were an asshole, you showed, everybody hated you, and they're like, boo, and they would throw shit at you, and
People would run.
I don't remember which Fable I played, but it changes like the color of your skin too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you like if you're an asshole, your skin
You
gets
become-
darker.
yeah,
and
you become black,
look
yeah.
evil.
Yeah.
That's
You
racist.
become black.
I'm just joking.
That's
It's more like
racist.
gray.
Yeah,
No,
you
it's
become like
more
real pale.
You look like you're dead. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you get like, dark
Yeah.
or pale
Mhm.
skin, and yeah.
Scars all over your face.
And
You
then
got
I
horns
think it was
growing.
like Fable. Was it Fable 3 that the horns were growing, or
I believe
was
that's
Fable
3.
2, whatever.
Yeah.
Awesome. Can't wait. Hope it comes out. Playground Studios, the other studio that Microsoft bought, so we'll probably see it at E3, and it will be probably one of the, the 15 exclusive titles that they're talking about. Next up, sources were VG247, and I actually got a source from Game Byte this week. It's a new, not new website, but
You got a bite?
it's a new website for us. So let's talk about the E3 press conference and how to watch them. If you're clueless and you know what E3 is, John, now he knows. So starting this Saturday, June 8th, EA Play is going to happen, and they're going to have a live stream on their website. But EA Play is usually like where they're showing other people playing EA games. Okay, that's Saturday, June 8th. And you can watch it at EA. What? Was it snowing?
It was sunny like 20 minutes ago, and now it's raining like crazy. I'm like, what is that noise? And I look at, yeah.
Anyway, you can watch that at EA.com. Sunday, June 9th. Welcome back to work, Chris Day. It's Xbox Microsoft press conference, so you will be missing that, Chris, while you're at work.
That's cool.
It will be on Mixer at 1 p.m. Pacific. I think it's Pacific time. PDT. I think. What?
Eat it, whore! Sorry, that was for Chris.
Wasn't like I was
also
on vacation, Miguel.
Yeah. Also on Sunday, actually, going to work is probably his vacation now.
Absolutely.
Sunday, June 9th as well, Bethesda press conference. So if you're hoping for Elder Scrolls 6, don't worry about it. You ain't gonna see it. But you probably will see Doom Eternal, Wolfenstein Youngblood, and Starfield, which is a new RPG. You can watch that on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Mixer, Facebook at 5:30 Pacific. And Devolver Digital, who had a really weird E3 last year where the lady was like bleeding in her nose and stuff.
Every year, Devolver's kind of weird. I never watch it.
Yeah. Serious Sam 4, Planet Badass. Okay. So they're planning on showing that. And that's going to be on Twitch at 7 p.m. Moving on to Monday, the E3 VR showcase. This is going to be really interesting.
Hell yeah.
It's the first time ever that at E3, Upload VR will broadcast a pre-recorded show solely focused on VR gaming. The aim is apparently to excite not just the Rift 5 PSVR Quest and Windows VR owners of the world, but also those that haven't yet bought a headset. Watch that on YouTube at 9 a.m. on Monday.
So PC VR is what you're saying.
No, I said PS.
He said PSVR as well.
Yeah.
So suck it, Miguel.
Well, I was just assuming PlayStation's not going to be there.
No. Sony's not going to be there.
That's
but
Sony.
But they're still going to. So that's what Sony's not going to be there, but they're still going to show their exclusives through the developer.
Right.
Okay, so that's Monday, June 10th. Watch it. E3BR, YouTube, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard or Pacific Time. The PC Gaming Show, if you want to watch PC shit, Twitch, YouTube, 10 a.m. Monday. Ubisoft, Monday. Beyond Good and Evil 2, Assassin's Creed, probably the new one. That will be on Twitch at 1 p.m. Square Enix is also on Monday, which they will be showing off the Marvel Avengers and Final Fantasy, which,
Cool.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in rando shit. The official site, go to squareenix.com, 6 p.m. on Monday. Tuesday, June 11th is the Nintendo Direct. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Okay. Maybe Animal Crossing, who knows? But you'll watch that on Nintendo.com, 9 a.m. on Tuesday, June 11th. That's it for E3. I got a little quick thing. Google Stadia did launch, or it will launch in November for $9 a month. It includes Destiny 2 and 30 other games. So we can talk about this in the main topic, or we can talk about it now. It's up to you guys.
Save it.
Let's go to the main topic.
Okay.
Save it. End. The news has ended.
Hey,
Time for
Joe.
the dates. What?
Joe, I'm going to keep the dates for E3 up. I want to talk about it in my segment.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll keep them up. I'll keep it up. I'll keep it up for you, John.
Oh, shit.
Giggity.
And we just lost a bunch of listeners. Miguel's talking.
Hey, it's Pride Month. Shut up.
All right, so we're going to move on over to our dates. Miguel, you ready, buddy?
Yeah. For once, there's not 50,000 Switch games, so
Sweet.
thank God for that. But when there's not 50,000 Switch games, there's not very many games at all.
Demonic's dates, keeping us on track with what video games are coming out soon.
This week on Fuck You, Chris, You Can't Have This. 6/6, we got Toki, PlayStation and Xbox. MotoGP 19, PlayStation and Xbox. 6/11, Verlet Swing on PlayStation. Dragon Star Varnier on PlayStation. Battle Worlds Chronos on Switch. There you go, Chris. There's one Switch game. The House in Fata Morgana on PlayStation. 6/12, Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. Nintendo Switch Online on Nintendo Switch. Volleyball NES, Nintendo Switch Online on... Fellas?
PlayStation.
Yes.
Stadia.
City Connection, Nintendo Switch Online on Game Boy Advance Color. 6/13. Here's the big one for all of you guys. Joe, you're gonna need a shot for this one. You ready? Take that drink and I'll announce it. Just
While
sip
you're
that
be
real
careful while you're
Yeah, I'm like,
drinking.
wait a minute, hold on. I don't.
Announcing
Yeah, I'm gonna spit it on the camera.
Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry.
Bring your lotion.
Nintendo Switch and PlayStation.
Bring your lube and some Kleenex.
Wet Dreams Don't Dry. That is.
Can they release it on
terrible
the
name.
Oh my god, can they release it on the VR, please? God.
It'll be on the Labo VR.
No, I don't want my cardboard to get sticky and wet. It'll get
Ew.
Then it's not cardboard anymore. It just deteriorates at that point.
Just like a soggy pizza box.
yeah.
And that's everything coming out this week. Look out for those Game Boy Advance games.
Oh, yeah. Watch out. All right. Well, it's time for the more you know with the Joker Drone. John, you ready, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up, come on down. It's time for the more you know with the Joker Drone.
So this week on The More You Know, I want to give a shout out to Earl. Thanks for joining us on the podcast last week. I re-listened to it today, and it was good stuff, man. I had a good time doing it with having Earl. I'm going to be careful how I say that. I had a good time recording the podcast with Earl with us. It was a lot of fun, and it was good to re-listen to today. So thanks, Earl. Also, we have a contest upcoming for a chance to win a $100 gift card. We're going to sort out the details on what exactly we want, and we will announce that later. It's a chance for our listeners to get creative. Tell you more as we figure out how exactly we want to do this contest.
And engaged. Creative and engaged.
It is important to be engaged. That is going to be one of the stipulations for winning the contest. Last thing is E3. So E3 starts on Saturday or Friday?
E3's every day. It started 2 days ago.
It started 2 days ago. But basically, if you want to do the EA Play, all you're doing is just watching the live stream of people playing EA games. It starts Saturday, June 8th.
Okay. So my question is, how are we going to do our video of E3? Because I don't get home from work till like 4 during
On a Saturday?
Well, Saturday, probably 2. This Saturday. So
Sunday?
Yep.
Okay, well, let's just skip EA Play, okay? Sunday's the big day. Unfortunately, Chris has to go on vacation, and he has to work from 6 in the morning until 6:30 at night. So he won't be able to join us on Sunday, June 9th, which is a Microsoft, which is probably the most important press conference. Sorry, Sony ponies, but it is. Chris, yes?
I can hop into Discord chat, though, and pop in on my breaks and whatnot and say hi. So I'll be
Chris
there.
Chris be popping on his breaks.
I'll be popping.
Okay. But it starts at 1 p.m. And it'll probably be over before he even takes a break. Because it starts after he gets back from lunch.
Well, I got a bathroom break a few times in there, too, so.
I really hope you're not going to be talking with us while you're in the bathroom.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Why is it so echoey?
So Xbox exclusive. Okay, here we go.
I'll make sure I type like that.
You know, the funny thing, Joe, when you did that, John's camera kind of like unfocused and refocused, so it looked like it was shaking when exclusive.
Yeah, I just powered up when I took a shit in my pants.
Okay,
so Sunday, June 9th, 1 p.m. is the Microsoft.
So that one that 3 of us could do.
Yes. I'm available Sunday. I don't have shit planned for Sunday. I don't have shit planned this weekend except for nothing. Okay? I plan to do nothing this weekend. Maybe play video games. No, not that, Miguel. Not Matt. No.
Not Matt.
No. So Bethesda's is at 5:30. So that tells me between 1 and 5:30, it's probably I'd hate to say a 4-hour Microsoft Xbox press conference, but
that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
They're showing 15 games, or...
Yeah, but I mean, in E3's past, they probably did, maybe longest was like 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours, 2.5. Because they're on top.
They're gonna teabag PlayStation with the conference, so...
Oh, yeah.
Dip, potato chip.
Yeah, because Halo Infinite's going to be there. So it's going to be like,
and Gears. And Gears.
Suck it, Kratos. Suck it, Kratos.
Fuck you, Joe.
Sorry. Great game. Should have worked on the ending. Anyway, okay, so, sorry, John. Sunday, it's 1 p.m. and then 5:30 p.m. At 1 p.m. it's on Mixer. So I don't know if we want to start... we have a Console Drones channel on Mixer, correct?
I believe so.
I believe so. If not, one of us will be on.
We can put it on our Facebook.
We'll put it on Facebook, Deuce Drone, or we'll do Facebook Live. Fuck it. Why not? Deuce Drone, Joker Drone, Demonic Drone over there. And that guy's working. Let's see. Bethesda is Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Mixer, Facebook. So Mixer group, we can still hang out. 5:30 p.m. And Devolver Digital at 7.
And that's all Sunday?
That's all Sunday. Sunday.
Okay, so then I guess my question is, we got the one on Mondays at 9 a.m.
That's the VR one. That's
Okay.
It's
So,
basically for PC. Go ahead, John. Sorry.
So, would it be... I mean, we want to watch it live, right? So the ones that we can't watch live, would it be... an idea would be we could do what we do the Discord and then watch it while we're doing this and talk about it as it's going on after the fact. Like watch the videos from the ones we weren't able to watch live together and talk about it and then do another video. Or maybe we can do that for podcast next week.
We could do either or. I'm down for either. My schedule, like I said, my schedule's open. Miguel, I don't know if you have baseball or whatever, gymnastics. I don't know. But
Ballet.
no, his niece is in gymnastics and she's in the all-star team. So.
Oh, I thought Miguel was in ballet.
You thought right.
I would pay to see that.
2-2. Okay.
But, no, like I said before the podcast, what we could try and do is we could try and do a Discord. I will try. I have I have 3 laptops sitting right here. I can try and create another channel or another profile, maybe do a Console Drones profile, and then
We already have
what
one.
I can do. Oh, well then, Chris, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll log into the Console Drones profile, and then what I'll do is I'll share screen and I'll but I will play the video of the conference from YouTube, and then we can all just react to it, and maybe we can record that. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds
Alright.
cool. I like that.
Yeah, that way we can all have all 4 of us at the same time and watch the ones that we didn't get to watch together.
Yeah.
That's just an idea.
We could probably do that next week on the podcast. Because the last show for E3 is Tuesday, June 11th, which is a Nintendo Direct. And what I can do is I can try and I can record all of the videos. And then what I can try and do is piece them together and just get like the key points of each conference.
Yeah, cut out all the excess bullshit.
Yeah,
and
cut out the
commentators and all of that
Yes.
stuff that we don't really care about.
Yeah. Except for the hot, sexy gamer chicks. Yes, Miguel.
So, as John said, cut out the shit we don't care about. Does that mean you're going to Nintendo because I don't care about it?
Well, I say we as a collective, we.
You can go to the bathroom.
John, do you care about Nintendo?
Depends on what it is. Switch stuff, no.
Well, that's the only thing that it's going to fucking be.
How do you know? How do
That'd be
you know?
interesting. I'm interested to see if there's any games coming out on the Switch that are like, man, Miguel's going to buy a Switch.
See?
We already talked
to go,
about you're
John.
buying a Switch before me because airplane. I need a.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing that now, so.
Hey, they need to. If they come out with the Pilot Wings for the Switch, I'll be switching it up. But
Fuck yeah.
anyway, so that's it. That's basically Tuesday's the last day. What we can do is next week's podcast. I don't want to make it a 2-hour podcast, but
Yeah.
maybe we can invite Earl, and then what we'll do is we'll have 6 screens instead of 5, and we'll go over all of the E3 shit, all of the highlights of E3.
It's hailing now.
Hail.
All I need
Hail
is
to the
snow, and I'll
kings.
have all of my seasons today.
Is winter coming?
I don't know.
Okay.
Fuck that show. Fuck that show. Fuck that show.
All right, so
Suck it, JoJo. Suck it, JoJo. Suck it, JoJo.
The ending really sucks. The ending sucks.
Joe is super salty. Super salty.
I didn't know this was a singing podcast, but
baby shark doo doo.
no, fuck you. Get the fuck out of here.
All right, so that's gonna wrap up the more you know. We will figure out what we're gonna do with E3 and post it on Facebook or whatever.
And yeah, and just remember, listeners, it's $100 contest, so stay tuned for that because you could potentially win $100.
$100 value.
Gift card.
$100.
Value.
Yeah, it's a gift card.
Yeah, you can get
For
anything you want.
$100.
So,
Gift card of your choosing.
all right. Well, it's time for What the Fucks for the week. Do you guys have any What the Fucks this week?
I do.
Yes.
And now it's time for our What the Fucks for the week.
Okay. Miguel.
So, Joe mentioned something about knowing what E3 is. And my what the fuck is, it is amazing how many gamers, yes, today. It's amazing how many gamers don't know what E3 is.
Very
Over
true.
the years, we've been talking to our friends online. It's like, oh, are you going to watch E3? What's E3? John.
Yeah.
It is
Me.
truly amazing to us, Joe, Chris, and I, and I'm sure now John. How many gamers do not know what the hell E3 is? So, that's my what the fuck for the week. Yes, John.
I am still not 100% sure on what E3 stands for.
Electronics Entertainment Expose.
That's what I thought. But I never bothered to Google it and find out.
But I mean, now you know what it entails.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And honestly, last year's the first time I watched it.
so just touching on that point, that it amazed us how many people don't know what it is.
Cool. You got anything else, buddy?
Fuck you, John.
Thank you.
Fuck you, Joe, after last week. Fuck you. That's all I got. Hi, Chris.
Hey, buddy.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Hold on! You're messing with our mission statement
hey, Chris.
and our theme right now.
Hey, Chris, I just want to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's cool. Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you, John.
Nice.
Send you a chocolate dick.
Oh,
Fuck you, Chris.
thanks, John. Love you, buddy.
You send it to me, I'll eat it on camera. I don't care.
You should do it.
With whipped cream.
Only if you deep throat it.
I don't want to die a death of chocolate. I don't want to choke on a chocolate dick. Yeah. Live on Console
Again.
Drone's Gamer Talk podcast. Here's Joe chokes his own dick and dies.
Oh,
Chokes
my
on
God.
Dick Drone.
Yeah. And then what, you gonna replace me with Earl? Come on, man. Earl's he's awesome, but
Hell yeah.
there's no match for me. You need an asshole.
That's true. We need
That's why
an asshole.
That's
that's
why we're replacing John with Earl.
Mm.
Oh, man.
I'm kidding, John, but fuck you anyway.
Oh. And he's gone.
Oh, he's
Oh.
not gone. He just turned off.
Earl can be an asshole. He's generally a really nice guy, but he's told me stories about his time in the ER in Bakersfield, dealing with inmates.
Oh,
Pretty
very
entertaining. You done, Miguel?
Yeah, I'm done.
John?
All right, I got one.
All right, buddy.
So, the podcast that we did last week, and I've actually experienced this a couple times with the podcast on iTunes.
Yeah.
The podcast was well over, well, I don't know what the actual number was,
2 hours.
but on iTunes, it shows up as an hour and 37 minutes.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
And this isn't the first time this has happened. So then, hey, Miguel, your screen went dark. And then it gets to the hour and 37 minutes, and it keeps playing. But if you pause it, like I was driving in my truck, and I got out of my truck, so I went back to listen to it after I got back in my truck.
Dumbass.
I had paused it after it had reached that hour and 37 minute point, so it started back over at like an hour and 35 minutes. Yes, Miguel.
iTunes is going away.
It is.
Chris, you know that?
I heard about it the other day. So
Chris, woo.
I have a lot of
Tell us
time
about it,
on my
buddy.
hands from time to time. I just heard. I don't know the full story about what iTunes is. I hear murmurs and I read some Google stuff about it. So yeah, iTunes is going away. But keep doing the reviews until it does disappear.
So yeah,
iTunes is going from one thing to three things.
Okay.
that was annoying, and I had to keep having to restart the podcast listen to the same shit over again. And you can't fast forward it either because then it doesn't go past that point. Yes, Chris.
Yeah, John, I noticed that too. When it went to, like, only on iTunes, I think Google Play did it too. And I literally monitored the whole podcast, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is it, like, saying the 136 or whatever it was? And yeah, I see that all the time. It's weird as fuck, but I don't know. So
It may be the way that the main distributor exports.
Could be.
Maybe something there.
Could be Podbean.
And my other what the fuck is, Joe, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
All right.
Hey, at least I'm not sleeping.
I have a disease. Along with my gamer's disease.
Diseases.
I have multiple diseases. Some of them I contracted on my own. I mean, all right, that's all I got.
Are you retarded?
Yes.
He's retarded. Joe, you got any what the fucks this week, buddy?
Yes.
Go for it, buddy.
Just read an article before the podcast. Thanks, John. I appreciate it. Football related. What the fuck? A former wide receiver said that they would come out of retirement to only play for one team.
Megatron?
Jordy Nelson said he would come out of retirement to play for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh,
What
fuck.
the fuck?
There you go.
Brett Beach, how come you have not signed this man already? We just got $9 million in cap space because of Eric Berry. We need to get Jordan Nelson so we can get him and Tyreek Hill because they ain't gonna release Tyreek Hill. Fuck you people and fuck your feelings. Tyreek Hill's coming back. What?
I hope Jordy lubed up his asshole before he just sat on that dick.
Hey, that's all right. He'll be sitting on fingers with rings in a minute.
Man.
I'm just saying. If the Kansas City Chiefs pick up Jordy Nelson
Talk about jinxing
and have
the season.
McCole Hardman and have fucking Sammy Watkins and Tyreek Hill comes back. Can we say Super Bowl? Super Bowl? Super Bowl?
You gonna go get a tattoo right now? Super Bowl?
I
No.
was actually just wondering that.
No, I'm not gonna get. I'll get a Chiefs. Well, not on this arm. Maybe on this arm. I'll get a Chiefs a logo right here. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. If. I'm not gonna say win because I'm gonna say if.
Are you talking all that ring talk? I'm just asking, that's all.
Yeah, you sound super confident.
Rings and things.
I just said if they sign Jordy Nelson, I can almost say yes. I could say yes.
Can we call that the
To
title?
the tattoo.
I can say yes to the tattoo and the Super Bowl. But I'm not saying they're not saying.
So you just said yes. If they sign Jordy Nelson, you're going to go get the Chiefs tattoo.
When they win the Super Bowl.
Nah.
If they sign Jordy Nelson, then
No
it becomes
faith.
to win.
His confidence just fizzled out a bit.
Yeah, did you have faith to run on the 1 yard line?
Yeah, I did, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, Joe, you got that backwards.
Yeah, I think everybody wanted the handoff to Marshawn Lynch during that time. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have
Anything
skittled
else,
down
Joe?
way into the end zone.
Yeah. Anything else, Joe?
As far as what the fucks, no.
What about you, Chris?
I do, actually. I have one what the fuck. It was pretty crazy for my birthday. It's just something that I've never experienced before. So, my
Midget
mom...
strippers?
Racism?
No strippers. No, none of that. None of that experiences. No.
John,
Finger in the butt?
No. None of that
Thumb
shit.
in the butt?
he's experienced that, I'm sure.
Pinky in the butt?
Or an object in the butt?
Nothing in the butt.
All right. What's
But,
up, Chris? What'd you experience?
So my mom took me out to eat the other day, and she took me to this Italian restaurant called Lambruza's Italian Ristorante. And what I thought was pretty crazy was they don't have an alcohol menu whatsoever, but they allow you to bring your own alcohol to this restaurant, which I was like, is that even legal? And they're like, no, yeah, everybody does it all the time. And I was like, all right. So I brought my IPAs, my wife brought some wine, and it was actually really fucking cool. They give you a glass and everything, but it's a lot cheaper that way. That was my what the fuck. I've just never heard of that before. I don't know. Have you guys experienced that?
John?
I know that at like weddings, you can get a liquor license and bring your own alcohol. You don't necessarily have to hire a bartender to distribute it.
Right.
So that might be like along the same line. At least that's in Washington State. I don't know if that applies to every state, but I know in Washington you can get a license to have liquor on the premises, even if you're not the one supplying it.
Right.
Yeah, to John's point, I've never experienced it, but I would assume it's like the same thing. They're probably paying less for that license to have it on the premises. I mean, we BYOB our own beer to Joe's house. He doesn't have a bartender. He doesn't have a liquor license. It's probably just liability and other shit.
Yeah, just to cover their own asses for sure. I just thought it was really unique to go to a restaurant and be able to bring your own beer. I thought that was really cool. So
yeah, I've never experienced that at a restaurant. I mean, weddings are the only thing I can think of that.
Yeah, this was crazy because I mean, I brought my little Bash's bag with my fucking beer and everything, and we were like seeming like low key, but then you see every customer in there holding their own bottles of wine, and they bring their beer and stuff like that. It was really fucking cool, and the food was outstanding. It was fucking delicious. So
there wasn't a screw in it this time.
What's that?
There wasn't a screw in it this time.
No, they didn't put a screw in my food at all, man. It was perfect.
I'm sure it's part of marketing too, because I mean, people know how much more expensive it is to buy alcohol at a venue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you can bring your own, hell, let's go eat at this Italian restaurant, have some really good food. We don't have to pay $5 for a beer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Another place I just remembered. There's a winery in my area. They have a concert area too. So like went and saw Crosby, Stills and Nash. You can bring your own alcohol into the venue. They also sell it, but they allow you to bring your own wine or beer or whatever into the concert hall area. It's just grass.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that concept. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think so too. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah. It was really nice. So that was pretty much my what the fucks for the week. I just thought it was really unique to go to an actual restaurant and bust out my IPAs. It was cool.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So any other what the fucks before we continue to our main topic this week? No? Mm-hmm. All right. So we're going to move on to our main topic this week. We are going to be talking about the Stadia conference. I did watch this conference. Joe watched it as well. Did you guys see anything on Stadia?
I have not.
Okay.
Before the podcast, when Joe mentioned it's the first time I've heard of it. So
okay. Joe, you want to start with Stadia?
Let's talk Stadia.
Let's talk, buddy.
I'm feeling all nice, warm, and fuzzy.
Yeah, we can tell.
Thank you, Lefroy18. Lefroy18. Awesome. Anyway, Google Stadia, it is the internet's giant game streaming service. So Google wanted to do like a Netflix of gaming, and they did it. So where's the echo coming from?
Yeah.
God?
Is that you, God?
Dad?
Can I win the lottery, please? Powerball? Maybe? Powerball? Anyway. So the Pro subscription will cost $9.99 a month and support streaming up to 4K at 60 frames per second with HDR 5.1 surround sound. It also includes Destiny 2, Shadowkeep, and an annual pass. Yes, John.
Can you move closer to your mic? You got quiet.
Okay, well, I was afraid that the echo was caused by me, but I don't think
not.
it is. Okay.
It's Chris. It's always Chris.
Sorry, guys.
Well, he's far away from the mic, but anyway. Services game are headlined by Destiny 2, The Division 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Doom, the 3 most recent Tomb Raider games, but only older games will be included in the subscription. Yes. Oh. Whoop-de-doo, right? So you'll need the Google's Chromecast to run Stadia at launch.
Don't nobody want a Chromecast.
Although it'll work later with any Google device that runs Chrome. A Founders Edition, which is available now for $130, will include a limited edition blue gamepad.
Hashtag Roku's better.
And a Chromecast Ultra.
Fuck Chromecast.
The launch will cover 14 countries: Belgium, Finland, Canada, Denmark, France, Germany, Ireland, Italy, the Netherlands, Norway, Spain, Sweden, the UK,
Yes.
and the US. You'll also need 10 megabits per second download and 1 megabit upload at minimum, or 35 megabit per second for 4K and optimal comfort. Miguel, because I know you like optimal comfort.
So comfortable.
So yeah, these are the confirmed games. Every game playable on release day. Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Borderlands 3, Darksiders Genesis, Destiny 2, The Division 2, Doom Eternal, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Elder Scrolls Online, The Farming Simulator 19. That's it. There we go.
Spartans on it.
Final Fantasy 15, Football Manager 2020. I'm assuming that's probably soccer, but it might be American football. Get Packed is the game. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Grid. This game is called Guilt, but it's Gylt. And the company is named Tequila Works, so I don't know if they're drinking tequila while they're making games, or
They
what.
might be.
Anyway,
That
Just
sounds like
Dance,
a good company to work for.
right?
Yeah, let's go.
Just Dance 2020 for Chris. Metro Exodus, Mortal Kombat 11, NBA 2K. Doesn't say what year, it just said NBA 2K. It's weird. Chris, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, right?
Boo.
Rage 2, Samurai Showdown, Thumper, The Crew 2, Trials Rising, Tomb Raider, The Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider's Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and Wolfenstein Youngblood. So those are the confirmed titles. And they have just recently announced that Baldur's Gate 3 will be on Stadia.
Yeah, that's exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if no, it's not exclusive. I read that Baldur's Gate will be on PC, Stadia, and consoles.
Okay.
And it's the E3 kind of like hush hush thing. Yes, Miguel.
If it was exclusive, sorry, Chris, you're not playing it.
Actually,
I looked at
Yep.
there's an article that shows the scale
Mm-hmm.
of what, like, I'm trying to find it real quick, but they're showing the scale of the. Okay, John. They're showing the scale of
Megabytes.
the megabyte per second or megabit per second for the internet, and I fall under the category as minimum, and so does Chris. So we could play it, and that's at 4K 60 frames per second.
Actually, the scales. I saw the scale for mine. I'm right at 1080p, 60 frames per second.
Okay, because I think I'm right at like 16 megabits per second. But so Miguel, you could have Google Stadia and not have to worry about a console. You just
I have a PC.
So this actually
you have a
sounds
pussy? What?
You have a pussy?
like something I'd be interested in getting my kids.
Yeah. So there's
And
no console
putting it out on my
needed.
big TV, with my 4K TV in the living room.
Yes. So that's
Say,
what.
Fuck off my Xbox.
Those of you that don't know what E3 is, don't know what Google Stadia is, it basically is Chromecast for video games. It's Netflix for video games. You pay $9.99 a month subscription package, and you get these games that you can play at 4K, 60 frames per second, depending on your internet connection, and you can play it anywhere that you can hook up this Google Chromecast Ultra to, and you're playing video games. So, Chris.
What I really liked about it too, which is a good marketing point for Stadia, is there's no downloading. There's no downloading. When you go and choose a game, you click on a game, it's fucking ready to roll. So that is cool. I like that part. That kind of helps sell me a little bit if I want to play minimum specs on a game and I don't want to wait forever to fucking try out a game or something like that. That actually appeals to me. So I think that's really cool.
Yes.
Miguel.
But
Miguel.
our new game is going to be on it, like, release day
That's
is Wolfenstein Youngblood already going to be out, or is it going to be released with Stadia?
It will be released with Stadia. So what they're saying is when the game comes out, so like we always say, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, the Switch, PC will have to include Stadia because Stadia will be available.
I ain't got to do shit, Joe.
Mm-hmm. This week on games Chris can't buy on the Google Stadia.
No, it'll be this week. Chris can only get on Stadia.
I may or may not get this because the appeal as far as the games, where they're going to be, what's hot, what's not, we don't really know everything. That's a small list that they gave us. So, yeah, I'm worried about the echo. But,
it went away. You're good.
yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, that appeal to me kind of throws that off. As far as playing it real fast, it's nice, but you're right, Miguel. The games list may not all be there yet, and I'm not sure what that's going to look like until we see it. 2020 is probably when we get to see all the games that we get to see for Stadia. So,
John, you had something to say?
Yeah, did you go over? I know I heard you mention the Night Blue Stadia controller. Did you? I don't know if you talked about the when you buy the Founders Edition, you get the 3 months of the Stadia Pro, so the service for yourself for free.
I'm sorry, I did not mention that, but yes, you are correct.
And then it also comes with a Buddy Pass Founders Edition and includes the Night Blue controller, so you can play with a buddy for $129.
So for $130, you can invite a friend to play Beat Saber with you. No, I'm joking. You can invite them to play games with you.
For 3 months is what it said, I think, right?
For
3 months. 3 months. So you get 3 months of the service with the Founders Edition. I might fucking buy this.
And it launches in November for $9.99 a month.
I'm curious if if it's one per controller. Like, if you can do, I want to find out if you can do multiplayer on the same, Stadia. Or if you have
I see what you mean.
Like, for my kids. So if I have to buy two of them, so one of my kids can play in there and they can play together while the other one's on the other TV. Curious how that works. Because I'm scrolling through the Stadia page right now trying to find out information. If you can do multiplayer on one Stadia unit, just buy another controller instead of a whole nother unit, then yes, Miguel, you can be my buddy.
It has the same button layout as the Xbox.
The right button layout.
But the joysticks are like PlayStation.
But I mean, I just want to look at it because we have an X button in a different location for every fucking console. So that's why I was okay.
Yeah.
Make gaming great again. Put the X button on the left.
It's gonna be huge.
X button on the left is huge.
So yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna look into this. I'm probably gonna get one.
Yeah. So looking at the slider, the recommended minimum is 10 megabits per second for 720, 60 frames per second stereo. Up to 35 megabits per second is the best for HDR 60 frames, 5.1 surround sound. And I'm going to test my connection and see...
the funny thing I was going to say, let's all go to speedtest.net.
No, I'm testing it.
You can do the test on Stadia.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Chris. Yes.
I will say, in the fine print at the bottom of the page, it says Stadia is not available in Hawaii. So I am sorry to any of our Hawaii listeners, if we have them. You are not eligible for Stadia. Also, Guam. If we have any listeners in Guam, I'm sorry.
They said they are working on getting those other places too later on, so they'll get it later.
Where's the speed test?
That's funny. When I did check your connection, it said an error has occurred, so I can't play.
Reading the fine print, pretty interesting. Buddy Pass will be sent within 6 months of delivery of your Founders Edition.
But I don't like the blue controller. I like the white controller.
So, anything else about Stadia, you guys? It's not good for podcast listeners who are quiet.
Do you guys think that this is actually like a contender, or is this something that Google has tried to rip off from Microsoft? Because Microsoft tried to do this shit all digital, whatever, like 3 years or 4 years ago, and all the fanboys were like, "No, we don't want. We want our discs so we can take them to GameStop and trade them in for $8." But do you think that the Stadia actually has weight in the competition, Chris?
Well, first off, I believe Microsoft had the idea for digital as far as becoming that digital market. But for streaming, I believe Google and Microsoft are like right there because they've been talking about their streaming. Microsoft has, and Google has just came out of the woodworks and popped right in. I'm pretty sure they were working on it. So they weren't talking about streaming 3 years ago. They were just talking about digitally, and you'd have to download it and stuff. But I do feel like Stadia is going to own some of the market because they're going to go in with like that Netflix type of appeal. So, I mean, that grew into a giant monster. This could turn out to be the same thing. I think it all depends on whoever has the best streaming service, to be honest. If Microsoft could do it better than Stadia, or Stadia could do it better than Microsoft, or whoever jumps in is going to take over. Go ahead, Miguel.
Yeah, I mean, I think Project xCloud is going to be the same thing as Stadia, basically. Right. But I think they're going to do it better. They have a foot in gaming. They have exclusives that are strong and solid. I think the only thing that Stadia might have over Xbox is going to be price. It will probably be cheaper. And with that, I think they'll get more casual gamers.
That's true.
You know those mobile guys. Oh, Joe's a mobile guy now.
Joe, what's up?
So just looking at some of the other things, they're saying that at launch, users of Pixel 3 and Pixel 3a devices will be able to play on the Stadia.
Who wants a Google phone? Besides,
yeah, I have a Google Pixel.
I have a Pixel as well.
It's not a Google Pixel 3. But anyway, I don't know. It all comes down to internet speed. If you do not have the internet speed, what's the point of spending the money? So that's the biggest thing for me until somebody can come out with a internet service that is free. Elon Musk, maybe, but yeah, until we can come out with a fast internet, those of us that live in rural areas, or you're running up your 3G or 4G or 5G now, it's not worth it. John?
So I was just noticing, so there's different versions of the Stadia you can get.
There's a basic too,
Stadia,
right?
Yeah, you got the base one. So the Stadia Pro is $9.99 a month, and that does 4K, 60 FPS, 5.1 surround sound, games whenever you want. You get free games released regularly, and you get discounts on select game purchases. But then the base one, the resolution is capped at 1080.
Game purchases. That's what I heard out of that.
Yeah, no, you still have to buy games. So then the free one is 1080p. It's got the same FPS. It's stereo. You can buy games whenever you want, and additional free games are not released regularly, and you don't get exclusive discounts. So,
what's the price on that one,
you can
John?
still. It doesn't have a price. It says coming next year.
Oh, okay.
What doesn't have a price?
The base version.
So I'm looking at it's TheVerge.com. For the U.S., the Founders Edition is $129.
Yep.
The Stadia Pro monthly is $999, and the controller is $69. So
if you wanted to buy an extra controller,
I don't know if you buy the Founders Edition, it comes with the blue controller. But if the base version comes out and you buy the controller, that's it, and it's $69, and then you subscribe to the monthly subscription, it's a cheap way, like Miguel had said, for the casual gamer to jump on any device that supports Chromecast to play games.
Okay, so I just clicked the pre-order button and it brought up, it answers my question. Gives you an option to buy additional Stadia controllers to play locally with friends. So you can play on the same unit.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have its appeal in certain things. I mean, like, I like the download times. There's no download times. You can play it right away. But as Joe was saying, it does come down to your internet, because I'm sure that I'm still going to have a fucking loading time. There's no fucking way that I can click on a game and it'll start playing. It'll be like, we're trying to prepare your game or whatever. And they're going to try to mask it like it's a downloading. Or, buffering circle. So, I mean, the appeal's there, but it's not. I want to see how well it works. Miguel?
It's going to be running off of a super strong PC. So you shouldn't have, like, super long loading times, because it's just going to be, like, when you load into YouTube, buffer might be there, but, I mean, they're going to have to do something to adjust that. That's why they have that minimum internet connection, because if you're buffering in a game, it's pointless to even pay for that subscription.
Right, exactly. I mean, I'm playing Mortal Kombat, and I say I'm going to play against Miguel on Stadia. I'm going to get my ass beat if I get any type of buffering, period.
You don't get your ass beat either way.
Well,
no, I mean,
either way, yeah, but you know what I mean.
you make a great point, Chris, because Division 2, Breakpoint, Mortal Kombat 11, even NBA 2K, Borderlands 3, any of these games where it's the input lag, you have to factor in that internet connection where it's like, yeah, I'm spraying and praying, but I'm not getting any shots in. Miss, or lag. And you're going to get more players that are going to rage quit and,
I just want to say it'll be interesting on this podcast next week after we know what Microsoft is doing.
Very true. Very true. We might have a totally different outlook on Stadia after Microsoft.
Fuck you, Stadia, you're a piece of shit.
That's
what Joe's going to say next week. Mm-hmm. E3 prediction right now.
There
Joe's
you go.
Say, fuck you, Stadia, you're a piece of shit.
You can Stadia on the shelf.
But it is a cool concept. I do wish them well as far as how, this is going to go down. But Miguel, you make a strong point. Microsoft could change the game on everything, and we just might fall right back in love with Microsoft. So, shit, that happens all the time.
Technically, Microsoft announced this before. They announced it last year.
They did. Mm-hmm. They did.
So
and
fuck you, Stadia.
And then Google came out of the woodwork like, oh, we had the idea first, but it all depends on who does it better.
We didn't go to E3.
Yeah. It all depends. And then you never know. Sony might come back with whatever they're doing later on, and we might say, cool, Sony's doing something cool too.
They're using Xbox stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, you never know. The future's there, and, as much as Joe flip-flops, and he's doing this now, he could change his mind in about 2 weeks and say something totally different. Every listener on this podcast knows that happens all the time. From all of us. All of us do the same shit. We all do.
No, I don't. Fuck you.
Yes, you do. You flip-flopped. I haven't called you out on it, but I'll figure out when you do. And I'm going to call your ass out on it. I'm pretty sure we all do the same things. And when there's new technology that comes out, it can change the game. There's a game changer. Somebody might have it. We don't know yet. So, you guys have anything else on Stadia before we go to Rando?
No, it looked cool. I'm probably going to get one.
Okay.
Just maybe I'll enjoy it.
You have a PC!
Yeah, I'm not getting it for me.
Oh, okay. Well, makes sense.
I'm getting it so that my kids have something to play, and I don't have to go buy a new Xbox for them when my current Xbox dies.
See, they just nailed that market right there already, like instantly.
There's a thing called outside.
Yeah, I do that already.
Go outside.
Yep. Except for today, it is.
Get your ass outside and stop shitting all over my floor.
It has been a rough day. I don't know. I'm sure you guys heard, but there's something going on out there.
Uh-oh. Oh, man. All right, well, we'll move on over to rando shit then. Do you guys have any rando shit this week?
Yes.
Yes. Let's go with John, because I called Miguel first before. Go ahead, John.
So earlier Joe was talking about trying to find something on eBay, and it reminded me, I was trying to find I think it's 18-inch tall Lego R2-D2, because that has been a goal of mine to have for a long time. And when it first came out, it was $300. They don't make it anymore. And trying to find it on eBay or Amazon, it's like $450 now. Yes, Miguel.
Is your goal to sit on this R2D2?
Maybe.
Joe!
Yes, Joe.
If you sell your firstborn child, you could go to Galaxy's Edge, and they're actually selling a life-size replica droid of R2-D2 for $2,500.
I don't know that I could get that much money for my firstborn
Oh,
child.
excuse me. I think it might be $25,000.
I recommend selling your firstborn girl child.
Sorry, Jenny.
I don't know that Jenny would feel sorry for that right now, not at this very second.
Maybe not at the second, yeah. But
That's the issues that are going on the other side of the door. That's why I had to mute my mic for a little bit. If you guys caught that, but yeah, I really I've wanted one of those for a long time. So I can't believe how expensive they are. Other thing, Insurgency Sandstorm has a mode coming out. It's in the player test realm right now. It's basically zombie mode, but it's not actual zombies. It's basically the enemy. There's like twice as many of them as there is in the gameplay, and they only have knives. So they're just running at you, trying to stab you.
So, Michael Myers mode. Got it.
Yeah. It's hard, but it's kind of fun. One of them does teleport, though. Random. It's weird.
Interesting.
So yeah, I played that with Earl a little bit. It's hard. It was pretty fun, but it was hard. And then, my last random is, I want to beef up my network, my internet. So my computer is in the office on the opposite side of the house from where my router and my cable comes in. And currently I'm using the power line technology for the internet for my computer. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, Miguel. So I want to beef up my internet because the power line technology, the one that I have, puts a max of my internet speed that it can transfer. So what do you guys recommend for routers or networking?
I have the Asus ROG. I don't remember the exact specifics, but the range on it is pretty ridiculous. And it does, well, I don't know if it's my internet or the router, but I mean, I still get like 400 gigs per second Wi-Fi, and it has 3 bands. So like, I have a slower band for like mobile stuff. Like if you have your cell phone connected to Wi-Fi, I have like just general streaming, Netflix and whatnot, and then I have like gaming band. So
my issue is I don't have a Wi-Fi card in my PC. I can't connect to Wi-Fi. I have to hardwire it.
I don't either.
Can you, well then why do you need a router? You don't need...
Yeah, hardwired's always the best.
So what I do...
Buy a new motherboard. Sorry, Joe. Buy a new motherboard that...
No.
Okay.
What I do is I have, I don't know, you can't see it on camera, but I've got an extender. It's a Netgear extender. What I do is I have my router, which is a Netgear Nighthawk, I think it's AC 1900 Nighthawk, and it creates the 5 gig network on my DSL. I have DSL, sorry. But it extends it to this Netgear, and then I hardwire from the Netgear that I plugged in, and it's into my PC. Okay. So it's hardwired, but it's to an extender, which is then Wi-Fi. So that's what I'm doing, but I recommend like a Nighthawk. It's a gaming router. I like it. I haven't had any issues with it. Yeah, and I'm running DSL. So, Miguel.
John, you can also always get a USB Wi-Fi receiver. and you can plug it into preferably like your best USB port and get your Wi-Fi through USB.
Okay.
So there is
So the router I have is the one that I got from, I have Comcast. So that's what I have. And I have read that I looked it up trying to figure out how my internet, and you can do like prioritizing the Wi-Fi, but you can't do prioritizing hardwired.
too much work.
Yeah, but if it makes it better, if like my kids are watching on tablets or my wife's watching a movie on her phone, I can prioritize it so that it puts my computer at the top of the list for getting priority for internet, and it makes them lag instead of me lagging, which it should do hardwired anyway. But because I'm running it through the power line adapters, those adapters max out the data that I can transfer. So I'm looking at trying to get that better. What I did read is that the best way to do it, like the absolute best way, is to get an adapter for a coaxial cable to come off your router and just run a coaxial line.
That's
you on TikTok?
He's on TikTok. That is definitely TikTok.
I'm listening. Sorry.
So yeah. So I'm trying to figure out a better way to boost my internet in my office.
My advice won't do anything for you because I'm pretty sure a piece of beef with a telephone wire into it will work better than my internet. So
probably,
yeah, you know,
two paper cups with a rope between them.
Yeah, that's my internet that I have right now. That's my new upgrade I'm getting.
Lots and lots of foil.
Yes, Miguel.
For Wi-Fi, yeah, I would recommend Joe 7 Nighthawk. It's going to be cheaper than this thing was, and it's probably going to work nearly as well. So you may just not have as many bands.
Okay.
I only have 2 bands. I have 2.5 and 5. So
yeah.
Anybody else have any Rando? Or are we
I was going to say,
going?
and pay attention because the bands have different speeds to them.
Ah.
I have a ton of Rando. First of all, John, good luck surviving the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck. I hope to be able to talk to you tomorrow. Second, John, I hope you got the right CD key, because on cdkeys.com, some of those, so if you saw multiple Dying Light keys, some of them are like region locked, so you might have one for Turkey. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure it gave me the option. There was a drop down for which one I wanted.
Okay. Because usually the ones I usually get have like a Planet Earth logo, so they're like they're worldwide, but some of them are region locked. So that's my first rando. This one's for Joe. It's for everyone, but it's gonna affect Joe the most. I discovered a new cosplay. Yes, John.
The one I got does have the world logo.
Cool. And it's for Steam?
Yeah.
Joe? She's cute.
That's Ghoul Bagel. Of course she's cute. Sorry. Anyway.
I think I've heard of her. I think I've seen a couple back when I watched it like twice.
Yeah, she twitches a lot of Death by Daylight, or what is it? Sorry.
Dead by Daylight?
Dead by Daylight. Gaming disease kicking in.
Which is getting the ghoul. What is
Scream?
Ghostface? Ghostface. Yeah.
Anyway.
Joe.
Yes.
I discovered a new cosplayer.
Oh.
So get your phone ready. Janet in cosplay. Just Google that.
Janet?
In cosplay.
Janet?
Yep.
In cosplay. Okay.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Janet. Oh, wait. Hold on. In cosplay. I'm Googling it. I don't see anything.
Swing.
Instagram?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, it's 2 N's.
I'm going to get my phone out. I want to see this.
John's in. Chris is in. Joe's sold. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Adding. Yes. Janet in cosplay. Following.
You're welcome.
Done. Thank you. You know that Meg Turney is also doing stuff now, right?
By stuff, do you mean nude stuff?
Kind of nude stuff.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah. Well, it depends on the Patreon, but yeah, she's doing kind of nude stuff. Those of you who don't know, she was on BuzzFeed, Meg Turney.
She was on Philip or Table Talk.
Yeah, it was on BuzzFeed. It was like the only BuzzFeed show.
Does she have an Instagram?
She's what?
Does she have an Instagram, Miguel?
Yes.
Sweet.
Janet in cosplay. It's 2 N's.
Okay.
Anyway,
Thank
she's huge friends with Negri, and yeah, I've been following her. There's so many on Instagram. Yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but I follow so many cosplayers. Thank you. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be like Jimmy Fallon. Thank you.
We can follow up with you two when you're done searching that. I watched the show Chernobyl on HBO.
Okay.
And
I
yes,
started
John.
watching it. I got the first episode.
I'm not giving any spoilers.
Well, I mean, we all.
I don't know
we
how
have
it
it.
ends. It's like, God, come on.
I mean,
My God.
yes.
She's a hottie.
Why not?
I like her.
No.
Chernobyl was amazing. The fact that you're learning history that, for me, I wasn't around for. I don't know what happened. But in this market, I mean, generally, if you're learning history, it's, yes, Joe, there you go. Generally, you're learning history, it's a documentary or something of that nature. This is a accurate show of what happened with Chernobyl, which kind of plays off as a mystery. Joe's distracted by this Instagram. I should have saved it for last.
Dragon Ball. I'm sorry, but she did Dragon Ball cosplay. I'm like, yeah.
The Darth Talon one, though, is probably my... But the way that they depicted this as, like, putting it all together, they start off the show in the middle of the cause of the catastrophe, and then it follows up on the events that go on after to correct at Cortana. And then it goes back for the trial that occurred, and they touch on what exactly caused this to happen. And with this different just media of historical events that isn't generally probably taught in schools. Joe's obsessed. Generally, I don't imagine Chernobyl taught in the school realm. It's kind of like extracurricular. I'm going to go learn about this because I know it happened. The only reason I know Chernobyl happened initially was because of Modern Warfare. They went to Chernobyl and they kind of touched on what happened. But this show was just great. The way that they went over what happened and just seeing it from a different aspect, learning history from a cinematic show rather than a documentary. I really loved it, and I hope HBO does other things like this.
Yeah.
I don't know how far you are, John.
Just first episode.
Okay. Joe.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people from Game of Thrones are in Chernobyl.
Are in Chernobyl?
Yes. Look it up. All the people that have died from Game of Thrones are in Chernobyl.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah. It's funny because there's a meme on the internet right now that says, if you died in Game of Thrones, where do you end up? Chernobyl.
Oh.
And it shows like there's like 4 actors that are from Game of Thrones that that had died or were killed and are now in Chernobyl. So like Ramsay Snow's dad. Anyway, Bolton, whatever his name is. Yeah, he's in Chernobyl, and so many other characters from Game of Thrones. I mean, it's an HBO series, but they're in Chernobyl. I have not started watching it yet, but I'm looking forward to it because, yeah, I need something good to watch because I have an HBO subscription that I'm not using.
And I mean, it's 5 episodes. It's a mini series, and no sequel, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a good, informative show.
Yes.
So, and then my last one is, I'm just curious, off the top of your heads, before you guys go research, can anyone point out a time I flip-flopped?
At the moment, no. But I do have all the files.
Nobody looks at you for flip-flopping. They look at me or John or Chris or whatever, but mostly look at me for flip-flopping.
I will patiently be waiting.
Stay tuned next week.
Anybody else have any rando shit?
Just random shit. Watching Netflix shows. I watched the
historical.
Oh, yes, historical roasts. Yeah, I watched the first 3 episodes. I haven't gotten past the third one, but the third one was hilarious. But the historical roasts I thought was funny. Go ahead, Miguel.
I really enjoyed the Martin Luther King one. I don't think you're on that one yet. That one I thoroughly enjoyed.
But yeah, it's a roast, but it's also educational. Kind of tells you like facts if you didn't know already about that person. But yeah, it's hilarious, and I enjoyed the third episode because it's Anne Frank and Hitler's in it, and who plays Hitler? But Gilbert
Godfrey.
So it's funny, and it's just like all the oven jokes that Chris always does. It's in there, and it's like, yeah, it's funny. It's funny as fuck.
The funniest
had to bring
part,
that up.
Spoiler alert on one of the jokes is when Gilbert Godfrey, Joe, when he's like, or no, when they were talking about him, like, we picked the most loud, annoying Jew to play Hitler.
Yeah. We took, yeah, Hitler, fuck you. We took the most annoying Jew to play your character. So, yeah, fuck you, Hitler. Anyway.
Nice.
I watched that, and then I also watched, You'll Always Be My Maybe with, it's the Asian one. I'm trying to think of what's her name. Oh God, I'm sorry. She's a stand-up comedian. Anyway, it's
Margaret Cho.
No, she's a newer one. She did the stand-up while she was pregnant.
The one with the glasses. Yeah.
Yes, she did a stand-up while she was pregnant. I'm sorry, I forgot the name, but it's a rom-com. It's funny. I watched it with the wife. She fell asleep. I didn't. I finished it, so it was fun. Also watched Wine Country with like Amy Poehler and Tina Fey and the whole Saturday Night crew. That one's like for old people. It's for like old women to watch. And I'm like watching it. I'm like, is this over yet? I'm sorry, but ugh. Bridesmaids was okay, but this one, I mean, Bridesmaids was funnier. Oh, this had some sparks, but yeah, I didn't enjoy it. And yeah, enjoying Dragon Ball Super. Thank you, Xbox app. Watching Dragon Ball anime and loving it. Watching Dragon Ball on my Xbox and go Goku. You know, that's all I can say. And he should have won the whole tournament. But anyway.
Cool. Anybody else have any rando shit, or is it just me left?
Just you.
Okay. I really don't have much, but just letting the listeners...
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. One more thing. I had mentioned it earlier in the podcast. I want to say big kudos to my brother-in-law because he's playing in the orchestra. He's like a classical music major. He's playing for the scores for Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. So kudos, shout out to him if he's listening. Nice. I don't know if he does, but yeah, he sent me a picture of the score that he's playing. He plays clarinet. And I was so excited. And he's like, I don't even know half of these songs. I'm like, you should play video games more. Because he used to play video games a lot, but then he stopped. To take care of work and play.
Cross buns.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's getting paid like hot cross buns times $100,000 or something like that. Yeah, it's like, okay. But yeah, every time he actually played the music for God of War last year for E3.
Oh.
So he went to Santa Monica Studios and he took pictures and he sent them to me and he's like, look where I'm at, Santa Monica Studios. And he's all taking pictures of God of War and he took a picture of the music and he's like, I'm playing music for God of War. And I'm like, you motherfucker.
That's cool. That's cool.
And I'm just like, damn it, I want to be there. But yeah, kudos to him. And then Chris, you did have a rando as far as the Cardinals game. I just want to remind you.
Yeah.
Cardinals game in September.
Yeah, actually, that I do want to talk about that one thing. I just think it's going to be really cool because Carson Palmer's getting the Ring of Honor during that game. And
the Seahawks game?
Yeah. The September 29th Seahawks game. They're going to do the Ring of Honor for Carson Palmer. To me, I thought he was one of our... besides Kurt Warner, he was our second best quarterback in our franchise. And, kudos to him. That's fucking awesome to Carson. He did a lot of great things for our franchise. Maybe not other teams, but he did great for the Cardinals. And I think that's going to be really cool to see because, I was a big fan of Carson, and I was hoping to get to the Super Bowl with him, but Panthers shut us down quite quick that year. So, but good job to Carson. I think that's pretty cool, and I'm excited for football this year, guys. The Cardinals taking a new direction, and the way things are going, the way they're looking, it's pretty cool. So I'm not saying that we're going to be badass or anything, but I just like the direction that we're going. So I think it's cool. Another note is just to let the listeners know, even though iTunes is leaving, still leave us a review. And then also there are other places that you can review us, like on Google Play, Stitcher. We're everywhere. We're on every media source that you can find. We're on Spotify. You could, give us a review on Spotify. So, just if you like us and you want to help us out, just give us a review and, send us an email too. What's up, Joe?
Just to inform the listeners, we are on Instagram as well. I started posting a couple more pictures and stuff on Instagram. So look for us on Instagram. It's console_drones. Let me look it up real quick. But yeah, we will be posting a lot more stuff on Instagram. Holy crap. Especially with the Cosplayer Network. Thanks, Miguel.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we will be posting a lot more stuff on Instagram. And so look for us on Instagram. We'll have pictures, fun stuff, funny stuff, whatever.
And and we're going to be taking a bunch of pictures with John when he comes to visit with us and hanging out, playing video games and whatnot at the football game. There will be zero
proof that I was there.
But yeah, check us out. Do you guys have anything else to add before we close up?
Yeah, if you want to join us on the podcast for the review of E3, send us an email, consoledrones@gmail.com, or message us on Facebook.
Yep. And then I want to say sorry to the listeners as well, as far as John was a little robot-y this episode, so he might come out a little robot-y on my end when I was recording. So sorry for that.
There was a section there where everybody else froze, like right as I was talking about my internet. So,
Yeah, see, now you're coming in perfectly clear. So,
yeah.
Whatever, it's okay. I'll do my best to take care of it so we can understand you. But it wasn't the whole podcast, so.
Whatever, you're going to replace me with Earl anyway. Just, you can just cut everything about me out of the segment. Whatever.
Oh, it's all right, buddy. You're not leaving us. All right, so I think this is going to conclude episode number 131. This is Chris. I'm going to go play some video games, and I'm pretty sure my babies are crying, so I'm out.
This is John. I'm going to go try not to get murdered by my wife. I'm out.
This is Miguel. I really got to piss. Good night.
This Joe. I don't know. I'm going to do something. Peace out. Look at Instagram. TikTok. Go Google Bagel.
Game on, guys.
Google Bagel. Not Google Bagel. Game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Yeah, that was Miguel.
That was for Miguel, because he literally left.
Oh, game on. Game on, huh? I have a vagina.
Mortal Kombat 11 sucks.
Yeah, I love sucking Mortal Kombat dick. Woo!
I like Raiden's wrinkly balls.
Oh, this is going to be a great ending. He'll never hear it, so it's all good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Gamer Talk Podcast, Season fucking 2.